So I find that once you find that right perfume, you're loyal for life. But finding that perfect scent can be a really tricky process.
So here to make it all a little bit easier for us is our friend and beauty editor, Bahar Niramwalla. Welcome back, Bahar.
All right, so finding the perfect scent for yourself can be such a daunting task. So where should we begin?
Okay, I made up a cute little acronym to try to make it a little bit easier when you're finding it, and it's memo. So we'll start with the first M, and that's choosing a fragrance for your mood. Either the mood you are in or the mood you want to be in. The next letter E is for emotion. Very similar to mood, but like, are you feeling, you want to feel flirty, or are you looking for a calming scent because things are going to get heavy that day, so you want to set yourself up. The second M is for memory, because we know scent and memory are, it's like they share DNA strands, right? They're so intrinsically tied. Do you guys remember the smell of Crayola crayons when you were in kindergarten? Yeah, and it brings you back to now. I remember my Mrs. Fletcher, I think was the name of like one of my grade school teachers. And then the last letter O is also very tied to memory, but that's occasion. So when I travel, I like to either buy a perfume or wear a certain perfume so that I can recall, oh my God, you remember when we were on that really nice trip and then we were enjoying ourselves and it takes me out of my sad reality. Or like a bridal perfume or a groom's perfume. I remember the perfume that I wore on my wedding because I chose it for that and I waited to wear it on that day. And I only spray that maybe once a year and sometimes not even on myself, just to remember that fun day.
I love that idea, Bahar. Okay, so you actually got us each to do a little quiz so you could pair our scent profiles with a perfume. So for up first, what did you pick for me?
Okay, so after doing the quiz, thank you ladies for answering those questions. You, I would consider our modern hippie, Cynthia. You are very grassroots, you are open and you are honest, but there is a desperate need for balance in your life. And some people might call this a devil's advocate. I say you just need to hear every side of the story, right?
That's right.
And with that, there's also a ribbon of femininity that runs through you, and it's unapologetic. It just is what it is. And I appreciate that you put that out there. So I brought you Burberry Goddess Eau de Parfum. This is a very balanced fragrance. There is a beautiful lavender off the top. There's also a vanilla heart note, and then there's patchouli. And if patchouli is anything but the hippie bohemian scent, yeah, exactly.
You like it.
It is.
I love it.
It's very balanced, but there's also strawberry off the top of that. And I pictured you barefoot walking through a strawberry field, picking and enjoying it. That was
So let's set the record straight, because you see the way that people apply perfume matters, and I've seen people crushing and whatever. So how are you supposed to apply perfume?
Okay, the best place is the warm spots on our body, right? Like the back of our hand is not as warm as the inside of our wrist, which is where you sprayed it, right? Also, around our ears at the base of our neck area and anywhere around the neck, this is actually where you can feel your pulse. It's actually warmer there than it is in other spots. So that's a really good place to apply to allow the perfume to naturally develop.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so you bought a second option. We don't have a lot of time for this, but let's tell me more about this.
I brought you perfume oil in a sample set from a brand called Riddle because I wanted you to have every option you want, because I know if I give you one option, they'll be like, yeah, but what about something else? So I brought you a beautiful oil option that I think allows you to mix and match. You can wear floral and woody at the same time. You don't have to choose just one thing. And also I really like this because don't tell me those tiny little ones in the front, those are travel friendly as all heck. They are 2 milliliter.
In your purse at night to go on a date.
Exactly, really transportable.
So nice.
That's lovely, lovely. Well, I'm a bit of a tough one, Bahar, because I don't really wear perfume. I'm not really a big fan. So what do you got for me?
Okay, so after we did our quiz, I gave you 2 options. One is a little bit more traditional, and the other one might be up your alley.
Okay.
You did our quiz. We would call you our bold intuitive, okay? You are very bold. You're very opinionated, but I also see you as you don't think your way through a room strategically. You feel your way through the emotions of a room and meander through to figure out how do you best fit in and where are you just who you are, okay? So the first fragrance I brought for you is from Gucci. This is their Flora Gorgeous Orchid Eau de Parfum. And this is a vanilla and vanilla orchid scent, but there's also an ozonic scent in that. So ozonic is water. We know vanilla is warm.
Do you like it?
Ozonic is cool. And this is one of those unapologetically, it just is what it is, right? Yeah,
it's
it's really good at meandering both warm, and cool. So I thought this was
Ooh, okay, interesting. And because, you know, spray and stuff might not be, you know, great for me or some people, you've got an alternative to a spray?
I did. You also answered one of the questions as one of the scent notes, place them in order of what you like. You chose rose as your last choice.
Yes.
And for me, rose is always at the top. So I'm like, I'm gonna bring you over to the rose side. This is from Lush Cosmetics.
Okay.
This is their solid perfume called Rose Jam. So this
actually is
there
nice.
you go.
Right,
So this is a very rich, heavy rose, but there's lemon.
Nice. Smell it.
So that gives you this sweetness,
like a
this
little-
richness, and I brought it in stick form because you are asking for a lot from your perfume. So there is organic jojoba, organic castor oil, and organic rose oil to give you this scent application. And because it's on a spray, it's sitting closer to your body, which I think you'd appreciate from a perfume.
My goodness, I am converted.
She's like a perfume psychic.
Yes, yes.
But you're not getting a refund. That's right. You're not getting that. Okay, so you got the hippie, you got the bold. What do you have for me, Miss Niramwalla?
My friend, you are what I would call our fearless sophisticate.
Oh, I like that.
You are, yes.
Good name.
You are very intense, but you are also very fearless, which I appreciate about you. But the more we get to know Andrea, the more you realize that all sits on a bed of humor, warmth, and depth.
I like that.
That's what lays there. So I brought you the first scent, the Chloe Intense Eau de Parfum.
Okay.
This is a very iconic scent, actually launched in 1975, but the intense version is reimagined. There's a cute little humorous raspberry off the top of that. And there's
Oh my God,
also
that's a
an ambery wood. If you ladies want to smell, there's also sprayed on these too
like
for
a normal
you.
person, I just douse myself.
So
in
that
it.
brightness
it's
is
very
very
nice.
fun, but it
pretty.
lays down to a
beautiful.
sophisticated classic
This
scent.
is really good.
Okay.
All right, and you,
Really
brought
good.
you brought a second one for
You
me,
know
too.
I did.
Okay, let me smell this.
I brought you this one because I thought if I were to tell you there's a beautiful vanilla perfume, you'd be like, yeah, roll your eyes. I did the same thing until
that's a
I
high
smelled
school
this.
scent for me.
Yes, but let me tell you, this is Dave by Henry Rose, okay?
Okay.
This is Michelle Pfeiffer's perfume line.
Okay, well, that's
so
different.
it is
Oh.
ingredient
wait.
transparent.
I love the packaging already.
Really
too.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And also they are marketing themselves as genderless, which in reality, all fragrance is genderless. We like what we like.
Smells like
That
a
is-
cookie,
there you go.
like a sophisticated, expensive cookie.
There you go.
that is
That's actually pink pepper off the top, but then that dries down in like 30 seconds. This is a creamy, lactonic, deep vanilla.
I mean,
it's a grown
this one
up
might be
vanilla.
it.
I know.
Right?
You know what? I doused myself in the wrong one. This one.
Wow.
Bahar, thank you for being our perfume psychic.
Yeah.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.